So about a month ago, my boyfriend and I moved to Vancouver. As you would have seen, if you haven't seen the video of me moving to Vancouver, check it out. For the past month, we've been looking for an apartment. We've hunted high, we have hunted low. We have scoured the entire apartment market of Vancouver to find an apartment. I've documented the whole journey and I thought I would bring you along and then end up with the empty apartment tour of the apartment we're now living in. This is why behind me I haven't got much going on, because I don't want to give too much away. We have to have some mystery in the video. To be fair, we were very picky, or maybe I should just say I was very picky about what I wanted. We wanted a 2-bedroom apartment so that one could be an office / guest room, and then obviously the master bedroom where we would sleep. We wanted an ensuite, so we wanted 2 bathrooms, natural light, a good view, a good area, a good kitchen, preferably with an island, and an apartment that just generally was quite modern. Oh, and we also wanted aircon. If you know anything about Vancouver, you know that this list is extremely specific and long, considering what is on the market and if you don't want to spend £1 million. So, I should have said that we're renting, we're not buying. Jeez Louise, we are not made of money. The Vancouver market is horrific at the moment. There's no apartments. It's very, very, very expensive, and there were times where I thought that we would never find what we wanted. Maybe we didn't, maybe we did. You just have to watch and find out. Let's get into it. I highly doubt that this first apartment will be the one, but it's A1 and it's a good starting point. I feel like it's good to have a basis.
This first apartment had the nicest view of the water. You can see the boats, you can see the mountain. You were literally on the front of the river, but it was a little bit dated, like the kitchen, this was a bit dated. The furniture was all included in this apartment, which was really good, apart from the fact there are a couple of pieces of the furniture that we didn't like and you weren't allowed to remove them. That was a big no for us. For the price, it wasn't worth it. You were literally paying for the view, but the building was really old, it had no aircon, so it was a no.
We're now currently trawling. I don't even know what I'm doing. Scrolling and trawling all of the ings and the things to find other properties that we can go and view, and just contacting people. We have found some good places that look absolutely beautiful, but are just very expensive. This one just looks so nice. It's got like the marble worktop,
I like
the blue and the gold. Oh yeah, I really like that. And that view.
We searched for hours and we managed to find quite a lot of things to go and view over the next week or so. So I'm going to do a little kind of montage of them all and just talk you through the different options. This apartment I went to view by myself and it had the nicest furniture, so this was a completely furnished apartment. The kitchen was to die for. The view, look at that view from the kitchen window, absolutely incredible. I was like in love with this place. The furniture was such nice quality and it just had so much light. It was so beautiful. It didn't have aircon, which is one of the things, and it was pretty pricey, but it did have all our furniture included, so we were kind of willing to spend a bit more because of that. We did actually try to apply for this apartment, but I messaged the guy who showed me it and then he just ghosted me. So yeah, that one was a no. This apartment was a show apartment, so it was part of a new development. It was really nice inside, really decorated really nicely. I mean, obviously all of this furniture wouldn't be included, so it would be empty, but it was just a little bit too small for us, and it was right by a main road, so it was really noisy. The views were pretty good, but as soon as you open the balcony, all you could hear was the main road, so it just wasn't in the right area. And I just think it was like maybe slightly small. It didn't have a kitchen island in the first one we saw, the first unit, and in the second unit that we did see did have a kitchen island, but it was out of our price range. It would be too expensive for us. But it did have a mountain view, which I'm really sad about, and it had a communal area on the rooftop, which was quite cool as well. Most of the places we saw actually did have.
I think I've seen 2 since the last time I spoke to you. We're still looking. The places are either in the wrong location, or they're too small, or they're fugly, or well, they haven't. None of them are fugly. Tip: if you're looking for places, try Facebook Marketplace, because in Vancouver it seems to be a thing. I've got a half an hour walk now in the rain to go to this apartment, which is great. I love that for me. I was really excited about this one we're about to see because it has double height. It's got 2 floors, but I do feel like it's going to be quite small.
This apartment was honestly to die for. It was a penthouse and it was huge. It had so many windows, the kitchen island, the most glorious views you'll ever see of English Bay, beach, the sea, everything was there. It was really nice inside. The bathroom was really nice, really modern, but it was out of our price range. And then the one that was in our price range, which was the duplex one, it was a bit too small, it just wouldn't have worked. So unfortunately, they were both a no because the first one was way too expensive.
I just got back from the viewing and I'm absolutely drenched. This is a joke. I'm soaked through. So I've just changed out of my stuff, but I've got to go to another viewing shortly and I've got to put the wet stuff back on, and that is just not happening. So I have decided I'm blow drying my clothes.
As soon as I walked into this apartment, it was pretty much a no. Well, like, not as soon as I walked in, as soon as I walked into the bathroom, because it didn't have a shower. What kind of apartment doesn't have a shower? I just had a bath. I don't want to have a bath. I hate baths. So this one was an immediate no. It did have really nice views and it was nice inside, but yeah, just no shower. That's a deal breaker for me. I never thought that that would be something that would be missing from an apartment, but there you go. Now, this apartment was a definite no as soon as I walked in because I could smell cigarette smoke, and that's a big deal breaker for me. I just don't really want that in my apartment. I don't want it to smell. I don't think that the actual people who lived there were smokers, but I think maybe it wafted around the building because in the community areas I could smell it as well. So it was very nice. Had a great view of English Bay. Was a little bit small though as well, but the smoke, yeah, that's a no for me. This apartment had the best views of all the apartments we saw. It had like 360-degree views of practically. It was the penthouse apartment. You could see the mountains, you could see Stanley Park, you could see the water, you could literally see everything. It was so nice, but the inside wasn't really cutting it for us. It was a little bit dated. It was a hard choice between this one and the one we did go for because of the view. We didn't get that warm and fuzzy feeling when we saw it, and the views just weren't enough. They weren't enough. I don't think there was anything wrong with the next apartment. It just didn't really feel like our home. As soon as I walked in, there was all those other people's stuff in it. And I don't know if that just played on my mind a bit, but I just didn't really feel like the one. It had really good views, nicely decorated. It didn't have aircon though, and it just didn't have that feeling. That feeling is important, I promise you.
Around this time, I was literally losing the will to live. We just couldn't find anything. I was getting really disheartened. I just thought we were never going to find anything. Our Airbnb rental was going to be up in not very long and we hadn't found anywhere. Someone I contacted like 2 weeks before finally got back to me and arranged a viewing. So we went to this apartment, which I won't show, but the problem with this apartment was that it had a funny smell. We went there the first time and I just got this feeling, I just know I couldn't get the smell off of my face. I was so excited. The problem was that it had a smell. I couldn't really place the smell. It kind of smelled like mold, but then also it didn't smell like mold. It smelled like musty. I really don't know. Pete said, my boyfriend, that it smelled like algae, which is very niche, but anyway, it was perfect. It had everything we want, well, like pretty much perfect within our budget, and it had everything that we wanted. I had a really good feeling about it, but there was just this smell. So we just had to keep looking.
The guy who was renting out this apartment had actually redecorated this penthouse apartment himself. He did an amazing job. The terrace that you got with this penthouse was incredible. Can you imagine the kind of parties and gatherings you could have on this roof? The view was great, had the amazing city, you could see the mountains. The kitchen was kind of small and the lounge area was a bit weirdly shaped, so not sure how you'd fit in furniture. The building also didn't have any amenities, which all of the other ones had. We also thought it might be a bit dark because of the way that it faced, and some of the back bedrooms didn't have much light in them, so that was a no for us, despite the lovely. This is a final apartment and it was really nicely decorated. It was a brand new apartment, no one had lived there before. It had a really nice bathroom with heated floors, which is really cool. The kitchen was really nice. It had a huge island, but because of the way it was shaped, I just don't understand where you would have put your table and a sofa. I think you'd have to use the island as a breakfast bar table, like you would use it for everything, and we didn't really want that, so it was a little bit too small for us. Also, it had tinted glass, and that meant that it was actually kind of dark. It blocked out all of the light, which is so weird. It had really nice views, but it was on the main road. In the end, this was a no.
So at this point, we decided to go back to the apartment that we'd seen previously with the smell to see if the smell was still there. So we went back to this apartment, and the estate agent, as soon as she walked in the door, she ran over to the sink and started messing around with the garburator. It was like where the food garbage in the sink goes. She started grinding it and like running water and opening all the doors. And then the smell went. And so we asked her, was that the smell that we smelled? And she was like, yeah, that's what happens when it's left for a month. She said it happened once before, but once you run hot water through it and open the windows, it's fine. And the smell had gone. So we went to that apartment. So let's scoot on over to the empty apartment tour. This is the main living area. this is where the couch will be. And then here, where you can't walk into the couch, is where the dining table will be. This is the balcony. Here is a very vital piece of ingredient in the apartment. The aircon. And there's also, if you want more of the opposite spectrum of heat, temperature, doesn't make any sense. We have a fireplace. And then here's our TV. Oh, do we know a funny story? When we came to the apartment to view it, it was staged, it had a couch and it had a table and it had chairs and everything. And then it had a TV up there. And then I go, oh, is the TV included? Well, as soon as I said it, I thought, oh no, because I saw a little sign saying prop TV, but it was just a piece of cardboard. He was like, no, it's not real. And it was just, it looks so realistic. There we go, move on. Over here is the best thing about this whole entire place, is the kitchen. So I'm going to be here, washing my hands, frying my peppers. Yeah, that's it. And it's got an island. I'm so happy to have a kitchen island.
What's the best
bit?
bit?
Wait, the best bit about it is?
Why don't you take the stairs instead?
Oh, do you know a cool thing from here? There, it's an ice maker. Oh, I'm so excited to have an ice maker. I can make all the iced chai tea lattes that ever was and ever existed and ever was known to man. This is my office / second bedroom I'm going to stay. A lovely view. I feel like this bedroom has a better view because I'm going to have my desk maybe like this. Either that or here, but then I'm not sure. And this is a huge closet.
This is
And
a
I
huge
think I
closet.
can get in here.
I can see you actually.
Word, why did it just ping open again? Did I do the wrong one? I suddenly thought, oh my god, what if it is broken? And then I can't get back out. Oh god, don't ever do that again. Why did I do that? Okay, come on, let's go. This second bathroom, I'll say bedroom. Beautiful! Empty toilet roll, anyone? Empty toilet roll?
As if they didn't even clear that away.
Definitely not professionally clean. Why did a toilet roll there? Oh, no, that's not it. This one. Off. And into the master. Beautiful. This way. And then turn around. Oh, it's my walk-in wardrobe.
Oh, walk-in wardrobe.
Wow. We have drawers, 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 drawers galore. Beautiful. Wow, I love this light. A hers and a hers.
Whose side's going to be more dirty?
Yours.
No way.
I will clean it. Right. Then we've got toilet, bath and shower. Well, that's it. Thank you for coming to my apartment tour. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll show you out now. You can get out. Bye. That is the end of the apartment tour. And the end of this video. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. The next challenge is going to be actually furnishing it. So stay tuned because I'm going to give all the updates of actually how I furnish it, because honestly, I'm not very good at this kind of thing. I'm not very good at interior design, so I'm really going to struggle. But hopefully we're going to get it done because I feel like this place deserves a nice interior. So we'll just see what happens. Woo, okay, thank you very much. Subscribe, like, okay, bye-bye.